So we're out camping in the Vic High Country on the Dargo River right now. We got a nice warm fire behind us. I'm going to try and make something I've never made while camping before. A little bit of carbonara. Bring out some pasta and some eggs, cheese and stuff. So I feel like carbonara is pretty easy to make. And we're going to try and make it all in this pan here. So first thing I'm going to do is get some water. We're going to boil it in this pan. Now I've got salt and pepper, but it's all in the same thing. So I'm not going to salt the water, which you do to make the pasta taste better, but it's all mixed with pepper, so I didn't really want to do that. So yeah, let's put some water in this bitch. Oh. Alright. I'm going to boil some water so that I can cook some pasta. That's probably about enough. Not exactly level. Morning campers. Here we are cooking up some steak kebabs. What is it? Steak? Beef? Yeah, steak kebabs. Got them char grilling on the fire. It's a pretty good morning. Just woke up, sun's up, blue skies, next to the Dargo River. Where I'll clean my pots and pans afterwards. Get all the steak char off it. But when you're washing in these rivers, try not to use liquid detergent because all these fishies live in here and they will die if you use soap. And will contaminate the water as well. But I reckon food grease is fine. Bit of food, just like a dead fish. He's ready to turn. For my pasta, you can still some spaghetti Romano, just like cold spaghetti. Nice long strands. Picked out the smallest strand. Yep, we boil like that. And while waiting on the, what's that? Snap it. Mate, you never snap the pasta. While waiting on that, I have a kebab. So I've got the pan on the fire with the water heating up some water so we can boil it. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to make the sauce. So carbonara, it's a fairly simple recipe. For the sauce, you just need egg and cheese. Now, for the pasta, I'm going to make for 2 people, me and Meekin. So I will use 2 eggs. And what we do, break it open, and we whisk 2 eggs into a bowl. And I've got my fork right here. So the cheese we want to use is Parmesan cheese. The traditional way of making carbonara is they use pecorino romano, which is like a really strong Parmesan cheese. It's similar flavor, but pecorino is like really stronger, more sour taste. I would use it, you know, you can buy it from normal shops, but I like the taste of Parmesan a bit better. I feel like it's less strong. I grew up eating with Parmesan, so that's what my taste buds are used to. Now we're also going to put some pepper in this because carbonara comes from a mining town in Italy, and they were just using the food that they had around, and to pay tribute to their coal mining, they made it with tons of pepper, which is the mining stuff. It's supposed to be black as charcoal. Okay. There's our pepper. And we got cheese. I actually have pecorino and parmesan. You'll see, I don't know if you will notice, but parmesan's a lot more yellowy. It's a lot more white. Just a different way of curing it. And aging it. We'll chuck all of that in there. What I've done with this cheese is I've shaved it, so it's like a really fine grate. Because with this cheese, you don't want to cook the egg, otherwise it'll scramble. You want it to be very saucy. So you need the cheese to be quite fine so that it melts in time before it scrambles the egg. Mix that in there. So it makes you don't have to stand out of frame. Chill. Okay, so we got this, but it's still a bit too liquidy for our sauce. So that's a good thing about this sauce is you can add an egg per person and then just add cheese until you get the right consistency. And what is that consistency, you may say? Well, hopefully I bring enough cheese to be able to show you. I think so.
So you've added too much cheese and you can add
Yeah. Yeah, you can. This sauce will stay good in your fridge for like a day. Probably don't want to eat it after another day because it's just egg, right? So as soon as you crack the egg, the shelf life goes down a lot. So here we got. It's probably not the consistency I want. I want a bit drier, a bit more clumpy. I want it to stick to the back of the fork here. Yeah, it's dropping off. I want it to really stick. Everything I pick up just holds onto it. That's the consistency I want. But I've got no more cheese. So I'm just going to make do with this. Still going to work. It's just going to be very eggy and saucy. It's going to be a nice sauce. So that's our sauce done. Now I've got bacon here, just chopped up in little bits. The traditional recipe for carbonara use guanciale, which is like the cheek of the pig. It's very fatty, and it's a cured meat, so it's very salty as well. And that's why I don't use it, because it's so salty that it sort of puts me off. And like you cook that with no oil, but this bacon, I like bacon. So, and it's cheap, it's easy to get, easy to sauce. So we got our bacon chopped up, we got our sauce made, water's boiling, and we're gonna cook some pasta. So our pasta water is boiling away. Now time to add the pasta. Let's add it to our beautiful water.
Why you didn't break it?
Nah, can't break the pasta mix.
Why all the Italians will kill you?
All the Italians, my nonna will come for me. Yeah, I can use this. All right. Now we put the pasta in. It's gonna start. So we've got the pasta in the little cast iron pan right here. Water's boiling away. So the packet says 9 minutes to cook. We'll go off that. The packet's usually right. But the water is boiling quite hot over here right now, so it might be done quicker. Easy way we can tell when the pasta's done is it'll be al dente, which is when you bite into the pasta. This means to the teeth. When you bite into it, it's like soft, but then there's a little crunch on the end there. Now I think I need a tea towel to move this pan a bit further away from the fire.
I actually never knew what else that.
Yeah, it's to the teeth. So you bite down on it and it's nice and soft on the outside, but then it gets a little crunch on the middle. So you bite down to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought you had to cook it all the way through.
Nah.
It has to be soft all the way through.
Well, yeah, you want it to hold a little firmness in the middle. And with this, you can even undercook it a little bit, because when we cook the bacon later, you're going to add the pasta in and it's going to continue cooking for about a minute. So even if it's not fully cooked, it'll finish up in the pan later on. So I think the pasta's done, but we're just gonna give it a taste test to check when the smoke goes away. Here's one. Mix, what do you think?
Is that what you call al dente?
No, it's a little raw.
That's what I was thinking.
So it needs to cook a little more.
Not bad though.
Yeah, not bad at all. The water's also boiling away, which is a bit annoying because it can't cook as evenly.
I can tell you're losing more and more water.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it cooks soon enough. Alright, so our pasta is cooked now. Gonna get off the fire and start cooking our bacon. What's up, Meeks? Is there salt in the water?
Where is the salt in urine?
In urine?
Yeah.
I'd say so, a little bit. Why do you ask?
There probably is a bit of salt in there.
Nah, because it would get filtered out by all the rocks and stuff. Natural filtration. Okay. Got our pasta off. Bacon on. So we got our bacon cooking. Pasta's made. Sauce is made. Once this is cooked, all that's left is combine them. So the bacon's cooking pretty quick. We'll give that a look. Yeah, looks good. Nice and crispy. Exactly what I want. So, I'll add my pasta into this now. I've got a little bit of pasta water in there. Just gonna help the water and the oil all mix up and make love. Make love in my pan. Okay. So mix that around. The pasta cooled down obviously because it was sitting off to the side, so we need to heat that up again. And we're going to use the residual heat of the pasta and the pan to cook and melt the cheese and the egg. Because if we put it on there and we just chuck it straight on, the egg's going to scramble because it's going to be too hot. So what we need to do.
You adding that bacon to the pasta, does that actually add a little more of the flavour into it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, the bacon and the oil and stuff is there. It's going to coat this pasta, make it all slippery so that the sauce can really get all over it.
Yeah, so is that going to actually prevent the sauce from sticking too much to it?
Yeah, yeah, that grease and the pasta water, really the starchiness, stops it from sticking together. Hey, we've got our hot pasta mixed in with some bacon. Now we're going to put our sauce in with it. And pop that in on top. And then we mix. Let's give it a nice stir. Everything's melting in nicely. You see the black spots everywhere, which is the pepper. Nice. With this carbonara, it's pretty much ready to go as soon as it comes out of the pan. You let it cool down, the cheese will solidify yet again, and then we can't eat it. It's not a sauce anymore, is it? But that looks absolutely delicious. Let's see what Nathan thinks, eh? That's how you make carbonara while you're out camping.
Damn, that was good.
Smells good. So it's all mixed in together now. And I'm going to get my tongs out of my trusty drawer. We're making up a plate. Grab it like this and twist. There you go, mix. Enjoy.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Give it a show the camera.
Look at that, guys. Absolutely beautiful.
Delicious carbonara. And I'll put the rest in my bowl. Get all that sauce out.
Tastes phenomenal.
Yeah? You taste the cheese?
Yep.
Nice, hey?
The bacon's nice and crispy. The cheese has a good flavour to it.
Yeah? Let me get a fork so I can enjoy this feast. Nice and salty. Alright guys, carbonara out camping in the Vic High Country. Let's dig in. Oh, so nice, so creamy. A lot of people just use the egg yolks. I like to use the whole egg because it's not wasteful, and I still think this gets plenty creamy without it.
You know why they only use the egg yolk?
Yeah, to make it more creamy. But I think it still tastes delicious. That's so good. Well, let's sit by the fire and have some food. When I'm at home, if I have like more cheese, which I usually do, I'll top it, put some cheese on top, with some spring onion. Goes really nice.
I've actually never had a carbonara before.
I didn't fart. I didn't fart. Hey everyone, welcome back to Camping with Liam. We are currently camping out on the Dargo River at Colin's hut. This is it right here. And yeah, we just had breakfast. I made some carbonara. It was delicious. Going for a walk at the moment down the Dargo River. Check it, maybe find some firewood so we can stay warm for a little bit longer. But yeah, this is our campsite. Camped here last night. Got here pretty late, about 7:30, so it was pretty dark. But we're here now, chilling out for the day. It's about midday now. Still pretty cold. Later on today, we're going to drive back up into the Vic High Country, back up into the snow. It's snowing right now. Maybe take a few more videos. Hopefully the weather permits for me to fly the drone around, and it'll be pretty cool. But we'll go to this guy's campsite. Apparently he's got firewood. Be a good idea. So this guy, he was camping nearby last night, and he just left this morning. He says he's got some firewood up here for us, so we're going to collect some. So guys, what I got at the moment is I got my DJI Neo. little drone that flies itself. And one thing that's really cool about this is it connects to my phone's mic. We've got another mic here, so it can hear me while it's flying. This works pretty good, eh? It's a nice campsite too. Like this one.
That is possibly better.
Better than ours. Just missed it, eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
here we are. Captain Liam.
Yeah?
And his friend.
Who's his friend?
Well, could be any. Currently.
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit too.
Yeah, I was holding the bath, I didn't realise.
Are we in set?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm surprised you can even look up while walking.
Look what?
I'm surprised you can look up while walking.
Yeah. I just trust that there's more ground in front of where I'm going to stand.
Yeah.